Yeah, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions, number 74. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the Explore America's Act, or America Act, how, us droners can get a big tax credit for traveling. Yes, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the big dust storm that I've been seeing on YouTube. I think Jim's gonna bring that up. Jim from Above and Beyond Drones will join in a few seconds. Just want to say hello to Michael Blade, Jody Drone Shots. Welcome to the show. So I'm gonna go over here and and do that real quick, and then I could find out if yes, and we are live. Yes, people, wow. Steve Mack, welcome to the show. JSK Enterprise, welcome to the show. All right, let's bring up one of our first panelists, Jim from Above and Beyond Drones. Welcome, Jim.
All new color, freshly colored mustache.
Yep. For that new porn look.
Yeah. JSK, Jody, Steve, what's up?
Drone Life RC, welcome to the show. Right,
Michael.
Cool. Huh?
Michael Blade, I was saying here.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
I just got the notification, so, it takes about 15 minutes before everybody
Right.
piles in, yeah. There's Mitch.
Alrighty. Mitch will be here in a few minutes. Tomas O'Sullivan, welcome to the show. So next weekend's going to be a big weekend. We got July 4th weekend. I've got 4 days off, 4-day weekend. So I got Friday and Monday off. So I'll have some time to do some flying and fishing. So that'll be fun. And I will probably be invited over to the Candyman's house. Yes, Mr. Enstrom. He usually has a party, a get together, and I'm usually invited to that. So what I may do is I may bring my FPV and the RoboMaster over, so his grandkids will have a blast watching that. So that'll be a lot of fun, and some fireworks. They do the kind of wimpy stuff, sparkers.
Well, I tell you what,
mountains.
When I was in my 20s, I played with the big stuff that goes boom.
Oh,
I'll never do that again.
All right. Speaking of boom, let's welcome Mitch, old guy on the drone.
On the porch, Mitch.
Hey, how you doing? I think make sure I got the phone right side up here. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Looking good.
No studio tonight, Art. I'm out here on the porch.
Okay.
Yep, there it is. Yeah. I was gonna ask you.
Oh, you got you
broke
broke down, and you got some. How many cigars did you get? Just the one, or
I got a couple. Man, I'm having a hard time hearing you on my cell phone here. The volume's very low.
Huh.
Wow.
Wow.
Clicking.
Yeah. Click.
Is that just your volume button?
I did.
Yeah,
I just raised it up, but it didn't seem to raise it up. So I'm going to turn myself sideways here and try to get my volume control down here.
Okay.
If I can make it louder. But
hello, the Meat Chaser. Welcome to the show.
Oh well. What are you gonna do?
Sounding better?
Yeah, it's okay. I can hear you.
Okay. All right.
I'm
got
just trying to find a comfortable way to hold this stupid cell phone. I should have brought a tripod out with me.
There you go. That would have been.
You know what, Mitch? I got this stupid little thing, and it comes with this. You push this button down, and it's got a finger loop that you
Yep.
can actually put your finger through and hold the thing. And then
Yeah.
it's got the leg that comes out, so you can just sit like a stand. You can sit it up like a stand.
Mhm.
Well,
But that's not going to help you. You got to hold it up.
no. But I did want to. What I may do is I may just say hello to everybody and pop out for a while and enjoy my cigar, and then you'll still be gone. I'll go back when I come and maybe join you guys a little later.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
All right, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you.
All right, I'll be watching. I'm going to watch you on the TV here. See the
Okay,
TV?
there we go.
There you go.
I want to watch
Hey.
you on the TV and turn the volume up where I can hear you all.
Let me ask you something, Mitch.
All right, I will see you in a little while.
Wait, don't go.
I'll be in the.
With our humidity, are you worried about the TV on the porch? Because I have this one in the garage.
Let me show you this TV on the porch again.
All right.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a 10-year-old Sanyo flat screen that has been on this porch or been outside in the Florida humidity for 7 years now, and I can't kill it.
That answers my question.
It will not die. And nobody will steal it either. So I think it's probably pretty good.
There you go. All right, wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I put it out here. I figured, well, I got this old TV, and you know, I don't care if it breaks or not. You know, so I put it out here. I can't break it; it won't die.
There
So
we go.
we won't jinx it. All right, I'll see you guys a little later. I'll be in the chat though, and I'll be watching you.
Okay, take care.
All right, see you in a while.
Hey, I want to say hello to Glenn Thunderbird 6 all the way from down under. So we got people on both sides of the planet. We got Tommaso Sullivan in
Ireland,
and then Glenn from down in Australia. So did you watch Greg's show last night?
I was on with Matt, Northeast Drone Productions.
Oh, okay, that's right.
He comes on before Greg, but
Right.
Greg changed his time, so
yeah,
he used to be able to watch both.
Right. Well, he had a bunch of stuff going on with wire crash, and it just didn't work.
Again,
And then he was having problems with he couldn't bring guests up on his screen, and then his audio went out, and he finally just started going. "Arr!" And he started waving bye-bye, and that was it. Indigo Rhino and Agent K.
God bless him.
All right, we got a good crowd. Joe Blaylock, welcome. Thanks for listening. All right, now that we've got a fairly good group here, we could talk about Explore America's Act. Now, for those of you that are going to spin up, this could be a big help for you guys because save all your receipts. Take every receipt, and then come tax time next year, itemize it, and you could get up to, I think you could get $1,000 credit, which is awesome. I mean, that's more money for you. Heck, you could buy the new Mavic Air 2 with that, which that'd be cool. Yep.
Or food, whichever one you needed more.
Food, or if you're down in Florida, power for your aircon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how they call it in the Philippines, aircon.
Is air conditioning popular over there?
Is it popular?
No.
Boy, everybody tries to get air conditioning. I mean, think of Florida, only closer to the equator.
Right. But I didn't know if that was a
It
big
gets into
thing.
the mid and upper 90s in the summertime with high humidity. Depending on where you are in the Philippines, there are some places in the Philippines where it's like San Francisco. It's cool, and you get.
That was a motorcycle going by.
Yep, 90 degrees. Yep, it's about 90 here as well. It was a hot day here, but I think our humidity is probably less than 20%.
Last night we hit 100% humidity, but right now it's only 61%.
Oh, okay. Well, we had 100% last night. Well, it's called rain. We had a nice rain storm come through, and because we're so
weren't we just
dry
talking
here.
about that the other day? The rain?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And the four-eyed canine is here. Welcome, welcome.
Yes, I am, Agent K. You become just used to it.
Yep.
Ask Mitch. Mitch is out on his porch having a cigar.
Yeah. As long as you're not straining yourself, it's not too bad. If you got a fan, like an electric fan, but the problem is, it could be blowing warm air on you.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. But like I said, there's a town called Baguio in the Philippines. It's on the island of Luzon, and they call it the San Francisco of the Philippines because it's foggy and cool up there, because you're at 5,000 feet elevation up there. And you got the mountains around you that protect you from the hurricanes. I mean, you'll still get a lot of rain, but won't be as devastating. And they grow a lot of strawberries up there. So
really,
yep.
All right.
Yeah, in the Philippines, fruit trees. Oh God, they grow like crazy.
Yeah, he said. Mitch says the ceiling fan helps. I bring my computer in at night, but I leave this TV out here. And that's why I asked Mitch that question. He said, "Hey, 7 years, so
yep,
screw it."
I want to say hi to Tom 10 Toes. Welcome.
Yeah, you're getting good with the names, Art. You're remembering the names.
Hey, speaking of great names, we've got a mystery guest. Let's welcome to the panel none other than Mr. Please himself, Ken Heron.
Hey. Mister.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, we're doing great. Thanks for coming.
What's going on? What's going on with Wire Crash?
With Greg?
Yeah,
poor Greg. Well, Greg was using a new version because Greg is always on the cutting edge. He's not happy when something works. He wants to use a new version, an unproven version. So that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
He always asks me, "Hey Ken, you want to use the new beta version of Wirecast?" And it just came out 30 seconds ago. I'm like, "Nah, you know what? I'll use the one that's been working for a while."
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But hey, I just wanted to stop by. How many people you got in here watching? 1,000, 2,000?
30? I don't know.
Okay.
We are up to, I gotta refresh this, dang it. I think we're probably up over 20. Yep, we're up to 20.
Because I have a buddy here and we're working on my new FPV quad and it is gorgeous. And by we working on it, I mean he's working on it.
He's working on it.
Yeah. But we're gonna button it up and then bring it in and show you. You mind if I just kind of leave it?
Awesome.
background.
ahead.
Go check. All right, we'll be right back. Okay.
Uh,
All right. Hello, everybody.
Cool.
I'll be right back. Okay.
all right. Nathaniel Lee, Ray Kelly, welcome to this show.
I loved what Ken said the other night. He goes, when they were talking about wire crash and all that, everybody tells them, well, try this or StreamYards or vMix or whatever. It's like he said, when you've got $1,100-$1,200 into a program, you're not just switching over to another one. You want what you bought to friggin' work.
Right. Yep. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There's Ed, love my drones.
Ed is here. Welcome, Ed.
Ed's in that Florida humidity too.
Yeah. Humidity. All right, let's hey, there he is. He's back.
Well, I just didn't want to leave a blank. But how's your FPV journey going there, Art?
Well, I practiced a little bit just before the show. Managed to lose 2 props.
3 fingers.
Yeah. And found one of them. So now I need to look for the other. I do have spares, so I'm good. Okay. And so I need a lot more practice.
Well, it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Trying to get to where, okay, if I could just sit still and kind of control it the way I want to control it instead of having it go, and you're like, okay, come on back here. No, don't get stuck on the seat. No, come on, get away from the wall.
The hardest part for me was the throttle, remembering the throttle.
Yeah.
GPS drones, you don't really have to pay attention to that. But
yeah.
I imagine for you, not being able to run over and get it when it crashes, that's got to be pretty good motivation to not crash, right, Art?
Right.
I got one of these.
Oh, there you go, the pickup stick.
Yep.
They gave me one of those from the hospital when I broke my back.
Oh, wonderful, great.
I still have it. I use it to pick up like dead snakes and stuff.
I didn't get one of those.
All you have to do is break your back in 2 places. They'll give you one.
I've had 4 fusions.
Have you?
Oh yeah, man. It's been a hard road.
Your back?
No. I actually lost the discs from working. That damn labor.
Oh my goodness.
Well, over time, and then he said they were going in for 1, and when I came out, they had done 4. So
well, they certainly owe you a grabby stick for sure.
I'm thinking,
yeah,
where I could change the light bulbs without, while sitting down.
Jim, they have them on this thing called Amazon.
I bought everything else from Amazon. I might as well try that.
There you go.
Here's my friend. Come on in here. Hold on, don't show him yet. Here, get down here. All right, first I want to introduce you. This is Chris. He's very tall.
Hey, Chris.
How's it going?
That's Chris. What's your?
Yeah, I recognize him from some of your videos.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Skyfox FP Volpine.
Yeah. Now we're not wearing headphones, so it could be a little bit of feedback. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready for this gorgeous thing? You ready?
Oh, by the way, here's mine, Ken. Here's my 5-inch.
That's nice frame.
Yeah.
What
I got this on a police auction website, and Mitch, I sent it to Mitch. He fixed it up and got the boards all oriented in the right direction, and he actually flew it, so it does fly. So when I get good with the little tiny whoop, the Tiny Hawk 2, then I will be flying that guy.
You know what? The tiny ones are actually harder to fly, aren't they?
They can be, especially when depends on if it's the brushless or brushed. They can be a little
These are brushless. Yeah.
Okay, brushless would be better than the brushed ones.
Yeah.
They give more power.
Right.
Yeah.
The first day, Art was stuck on the ceiling because of too much power, and then the second time he was down at his feet around the whole house.
Yeah.
Do you need a chair?
I'm good.
Let me get you a chair. Okay.
Well,
anyway, that's Chris. So here it is. Do you want to tell him what it is?
Beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It is the Skull V3 Dan Heron edition, I guess.
You explain to him. I'm going to get you a chair. There it is. Hold up the camera and show him what you built. I put the frame together, but he did everything else.
Ooh. Nice.
Wait a minute. You don't have to put the frame together, do you?
Yes, you do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it came in a bag with just a bunch of carbon fiber pieces.
So yeah, it came in a bag with a bunch of carbon fiber pieces and
I know what he was saying. He was saying like I claim to put the frame together when
I thought it came as an X frame. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I think this frame was actually in 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 pieces.
Yeah, the arms are individual. The
cool.
top and bottom plates pretty much have to put everything together, and then you got to put the sides and top on after you get everything soldered up.
But he put lights on it, and this is Kawasaki green, my favorite color.
Cool.
And, the motors match, and this is a 4S.
Is that a 5-inch drone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Al, what size was your? Is it a 4S yours, or what size battery?
Yeah, this is a 5-inch.
What size battery? 4S battery?
Battery. Mitch, what size?
4S, Art. Yours is a 4S.
4S, yeah.
So this is a 4S as well, but he 3D printed all this stuff, this green stuff. This is a DJI system in there. I don't know if you could tell. But it is just,
Cool.
yeah.
Beautiful.
I never
Looks
had
real
one.
nice.
He did a great job. I never had one with lights on it, but the lights, as you give it throttle, the lights get brighter and dimmer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then he put my logo on here.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
Great.
Well, hey, that's dope, Ken.
Is it dope? I thought it was fly. Get it?
Yeah, I thought it was lit too.
How's that feel weight-wise? What's the weight of that whole thing?
Without a battery, it's probably...
It's not bad. Like maybe 300 grams.
I can't believe this stuff. One of my cameras alone is 900 grams, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty light. The carbon fiber really makes a difference.
And very tough.
Very tough. Yeah, these are made to... Do you fly FPV above and beyond?
No, not Jim. No, I crash.
But these are made to take impacts. Like, I'm surprised.
Art, I came back on because Ken came on to talk about FPV, so I didn't want to miss out.
How you doing, Mitch?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm excellent. What FPV are you? I don't want to dominate the conversation, by the way. If you guys are
No, we do.
Go ahead.
Okay. What FPV are you flying these days?
I have 18 of them now, Ken.
I think you have more than he does.
By two.
Which shows you that when you're old and you have nothing else to do, an OCD kicks in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of disposable income, and there you go.
But he has all the tiny hawks too. Mitch, you started with those tiny.
Yeah,
hawks,
I have Ken. I have some of the whoops. I have 5 different quads with the DJI system in it. I've got some 7-inch ones that I built that are running iNav and do all that fancy auto landing stuff and
cool. Do you have
fixed wings and the whole 9 yards?
Do you have any with a GPS unit in it? I have a GPS unit that.
Oh yeah.
What's the benefit of that? I haven't used that yet.
It can land.
If you put the GPS on a quad with beta flight, you set up what they call GPS rescue.
Mm-hmm.
And what that I'm having an awful hard time hearing you guys, but I guess you can hear me. So if I'm talking loud, that's why. But I'll turn it down a little. Yeah, GPS rescue. When you put the GPS unit on the quad and set up the GPS rescue, you can set fail safe so that if you do lose your radio, it will actually climb to a predetermined altitude, turn around, and start flying back towards you.
Really? Okay.
But it won't auto land. It'll just start coming back towards you. When it gets a certain distance, from you, it'll start descending and fly itself into the ground right at your feet or where it started if you don't take back over.
What's that one you had,
what I mean?
Precision Land, Mitch?
Well, that's iNav. That's the same quad, but flashed with the iNav firmware. And iNav gives you all of the navigation functions, including waypoints and return to home, auto land, and just about any quad that you can put beta flight on.
Are you doing that through a mission planner? You could mission planner that?
iNav has its own mission planner built into the configuration.
Okay.
So iNav is really cool because you have to be politically correct, I'll call it an oh darn switch. And the oh darn switch, basically you're flying around in acro mode, you have maybe an analog quad, all of a sudden you lose your goggles, you fly out of range, you know. You click the oh darn switch and the quad climbs up, turns around, comes back and lands where it took off like a DJI.
Wow.
It's terrific.
I didn't know it did that. That'd be cool.
Pretty neat.
Yeah. Do you have any Cinewhoops?
Do I have any Cinewhoops?
Yeah. Do you have any Cinewhoops? Like the
not the new one, not the new ones with the I don't have any like that yet. I have some 3-inch quads, but not with the shrouds on them like that. I haven't gotten into that yet.
Yeah, I mean
here. I'll take it. I'll take you for a little walk.
Okay. I have the mic farther away.
Yeah, well, I'm having a problem. I'm on my cell phone, and I'm having a problem with the audio. But
it sounds like you're screaming, Mitch.
I'm sorry. Here we go. Behind me here.
You got some big ones, man.
And then over here on the sidewall, let me see if I can. Yeah, this is a 7. This is a 7-inch.
Good Lord.
With the you see the GPS up on the post?
Yeah.
So this has got the iNav in it, and it's a 7-inch quad with iNav, and this will do the auto land and everything.
What's it like with the post when you land hard?
I don't land hard. I joke about that all the time, Ken, because being an older guy, my flying style is not like the young kids. My flying style is cruising and big loops and rolls, but not diving through bandos or any of the stuff where you normally break them.
If you like just cruising, you should get a ducted Cinewhoop. This flies a lot differently than the flip-de-doos of the other one.
Well, I've got this, which is a 3-inch Acrobrat. Nice. Which has the DJI system in it, and it flies pretty much like a Cinewhoop. You can make it real slow and real smooth, or you can rip it if you want. But I just haven't. I got to a point where I said I have too many of these things already, and I keep buying new ones. I'm running out. I don't have room to hang them up anymore.
And you were the one that recommended Art's first one, huh?
Yeah, and then Art sent me that 5-inch that he bought at his at the auction.
Yeah.
And I actually got that working. It actually had Flight 1 software on it, and it was really strange. They had the flight controller mounted sideways, and there's all kinds of weird stuff. So
cool. Well, hey, I don't want to take up the rest of your stream here. We have to go beta flight this, and then test it, and then he's got to get home to the wife. So, but thank you very much for doing that, man. Because I don't even want to get it dirty. You know, when you build something, it's just so you don't want to get dust on it. I just want to put it on the shelf or send it to the Smithsonian or something.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Come by my live. I hate this. I don't want this to sound like a blatant advertisement, but I think you'd get a kick out of my Sunday night live stream. It's called the FPV Workshop.
Okay.
And it's for all of us guys that are older and kind of new at this, and we really dive into the technical stuff.
Okay. Now, would I be able to come hang out with you even though I'm not old yet?
Yeah, you're invited. In fact, what I'll do is I don't know how often you check your Ken Heron upload email, but I'll throw a StreamYard link on that for you. So if you feel like stopping by or just come by in the chat, I think you'd enjoy it. We'd love to have you.
Awesome. I'd love to chit chat with you. I know sometimes I annoy the photography drone people on my channel with my FPV stuff.
Nah.
Anyway, all right. Well, I'll see you guys later. See
Hey,
you
Ken, since you travel a lot with your drones, the main discussion that we were having before you came on was the Explore Americas Act, where you could get up to $1,000 tax credit for traveling, even if it's just 50 miles outside your home. Save all your receipts, itemize when you go do your taxes, and you'll get a nice tax credit.
And what's it called again?
It's called Explore America Act.
It's brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I have a tax guy that loves to write up, so I'll talk to him.
I can't afford one of those anymore.
But you have Ken Heron Photography. You do that as an LLC, right?
Yeah.
That's what I do. So apparently, Art's saying you can get $2,000 as a grant that we don't have to pay back. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good
What
to know.
you do is you sign up for the EIDL or it's for the coronavirus thing, and you can actually get paycheck protection, which that's
I'll
another.
definitely look into that. And Mitch, if you would, before I go, just say, I love it when a plan comes together, and then do something with your cigar there.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah. What show is that from?
Groucho Marx. That's You Bet Your Life.
No,
Mitch?
I don't know. I've heard it, but I don't remember that, Ken.
Oh, that's the A-Team.
That's right.
Yeah,
What was that guy's name with your color hair?
I don't know. There was Face.
Oh, Papard, I think.
George Papard.
Yeah.
George Papard. He had Mr. T, George Papard, and the other guy.
Dirk Benedict and oh God, what the other guy that used to be on Star Trek? He was on that.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I can't remember his name, but it'll pop it into my head.
Well, good talking to all you guys. We're gonna go.
All right, thanks for stopping by, Ken, and thanks for showing us your new toy.
You bet. See you later.
We want video if you crash it.
I will.
Take care.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Knock on some wood. No crashes. All right. See you guys.
All right.
Bye-bye. Great.
I knew that would get you back, Mitch.
Well, you guys start talking when old guys start talking about FPV. That's rare, so I figure I better jump back in. Yeah.
No, Ray, it wasn't Shatner. It was God. I can't read. Oh, God. Now I'll have to Google it.
I know.
That's good for next week's trivia question, Art.
Yeah.
Who played in A-Team? Oh my God, they got a whole cast. It was basically Mr. T, Dirk Benedict, and George
Schultz.
Papard.
That's who I was thinking of. Yeah.
Which one? Who?
Dwight Schultz.
Yes.
Dwight Schultz.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was Howling.
Reg Barkley on Star Trek, The Next Generation, and Voyager.
Howling Mad Murdoch was his name.
Yep. He was the demolitions expert.
Even Robert Vaughn played on that. Remember him with what was that spy show he was on? Robert Vaughn.
He was on.
Wasn't Mission Impossible?
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yes, Man from
U.N.C.L.E. Yeah.
That was a good show.
Thank you, Steve.
Wild Wild West, where they were on the train.
Oh, that was Robert Conrad and oh God! Now we're doing TV trivia.
Yeah, I don't know who the other, but remember his TV commercials? I dare you to knock the battery off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ever ready?
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, Jay Bird, welcome to the show. Jay Bird finally got his toffee, and I'm betting it. Hey, Joe, did did that toffee make it to the house? Did you eat it all before you got in the house?
That goes quick.
Yeah.
It's good. It's darn good.
Oh, yes. And you know what? I met Mr. Enstrom when I ran for office. He was running for state house the same year I was running. That's how I met him at one of these Republican get-togethers, and because
you actually
I recognized,
were you running for a state rep or for Congress?
State rep.
State rep.
Yeah. And so was he. And we got to be friends on Facebook, and then now we're fishing buddies.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. He used to be a professional fisherman. Goes to these tournaments and stuff like that.
There's money in that crap. I mean, you get a fishing boat. We have this big lake that they call Lake Okeechobee. The thing is huge. They have tournaments out there where they're like $100,000 prizes.
Yep. So I want to say hello to Robbie RC, Belgium, and Rick Halber, Adrian Mateo Drones, GFO Drones and Tech Guy, and
Walsh. Did you say hello to Mr. Walsh?
Got a lot of people's Ray and
Rick Halber made it home. He's home now.
Oh, great. Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Well, hi, guys in the chat. I can't see the chat on my cell phone, so I have to say hello to everybody this way.
Now, Mitch, when I had it on there, the chat was coming up over the stream, and it was annoying as hell. I don't know how I shut it off, but I managed to do it.
Yeah, that happens when you're watching a YouTube video on but not on the, I'm looking at the StreamYards app for this, so I don't see any chats anywhere.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just not enough room for the mobile.
They don't give you the private chat or the live comment?
Yeah, that would be off to if you're watching on a PC, that'd be off to your right.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's not on the mobile version at all.
Private chat.
And we got Drone Days here. Welcome, welcome.
Hey.
All right, cool.
Hope you guys are enjoying this cigar along with me.
Yeah.
We've got the whole east coast of Florida covered. We've got Ed Love My Drones up there in the Jacksonville area. Adrian's in the Benson area. Mitch is in Melbourne. I'm in Palm Bay. Ray Kelly, is he back on Long Island now? Or is
he's in New York right now. He doesn't count.
He doesn't count. Ray, sorry, man.
And then we have Mr. Bill over on the Tampa side. And then you have Ken Dono. Don't forget, he's
he's over in Hillsborough too. Yeah. Yep. Tampa side.
Yep. Hillsborough, man, that takes me back to college baseball days when I was the equipment manager on the baseball team, and we were down at Hillsborough Community College. We were doing like spring training down there, and an old classmate of mine from high school showed up, and at that time he was in the minor leagues, and he later went on to the majors and actually has a World Series ring.
I had a guy from my high school class with the Astros, the Houston Astros, Craig Biggio.
Oh, okay, Biggio, yep.
You know him?
I don't know him personally, but I know of him. But
went to high school with him. I thought that was cool.
Brad Havens was on the team that when Kurt Gibson hit that home run, he was all banged up and limping around, and he hit that home run to win the game. I think it was the final game.
Do you remember when David Letterman used to do Brush with Greatness or something? It was just a segment. I mean, he was a crazy, crazy host. He'd get somebody either out of the audience or on the street and it asked them if they've ever had a brush with a star or something like that and put the mic in there.
Right.
It was funny.
Ah, cool.
Well, we had a brush with a star here tonight.
Yeah, that's
Who?
right. Ken Herring.
Oh, you guys are
Yeah.
infatuated with 100,000 people.
Yeah. Well, what's he up to?
Subscriber.
115,000, 120,000? Boy.
Hey,
He's gonna
well,
pass
you had
Kelly.
Kelly.
No,
You had Kelly Shores. He's got over 150,000 subscribers now.
I bet you by the end of the year, Ken's gonna be past that.
He might. He's
Yep.
putting out a lot of content these days, which is good. I guess that you have to do that.
That's something I gotta start doing. And it's kind of hard to do when you have a day job. And then on the weekend, you got two shows. You got your Saturday show and your Sunday show. And but fortunately, we got the big holiday weekend coming up. So I've got 4 days off of work. So I'll be able to do some flying and some fishing.
I consider myself a star when Florida Power and Light contacts me to do a job. That's how I consider myself a star.
There you go.
Joe of Jaybird Drones, his grandfather, Lou Burdett, played for the old Milwaukee Braves. That's cool. World Series MVP.
Oh, wow.
Damn, that is cool. And Mitch, you got a new follower. He said he subscribed to your channel. It whizzed by so fast. There's Mike. I'll tell you when I find it.
Okay.
Because YouTube doesn't always tell you. Oh, Michael Blade, Mitch.
Oh, okay, Michael Blade.
Oh, okay. Good. Thank you. Well, YouTube only tell you in your own profile for your own channel or your own account.
Right.
You tell YouTube whether you want it to stay private or not. And if you say you want it to be private, when you subscribe to somebody else, it won't tell them. And you won't show up on their list of subscribers. In other words, if they went to look at all the subscribers, you won't show up. So sometimes I find out, I get an email that says so-and-so subscribed, and sometimes I don't.
Okay. Now, I did that, Mitch, but the reason I did it was because on my channel's homepage, it was filling the thing up with everybody I subscribed to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started making playlists.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, I have like 3 playlists for my for ArtCo, and I've got drone tech, drone videos, and then I've got my live stream.
You know, we often forget about the About section in our YouTube channel, but the first 200 characters are actually used by Google or YouTube as part of the search algorithm for your channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's important. And you can also put, there's keywords, there's channel keywords too that are important. And
that's what
you can put hashtags in your About section if you want as well. And that helps you.
Little things that are important to, I know, I don't know if you know Al Diaz. Every time I tell him a little something about the analytics, it just drives him nuts. He's got a little bit of the OCD too. He'll go right for it and start piling into the data. And that stuff will drive you crazy.
Oh man, yeah.
13% are women,
Yeah.
It's always helpful to know how many women in Afghanistan between 7:30 and 8 p.m. last night were actually watching one of your videos. That's important.
Exactly.
There you go.
That.
Yep.
I have actually searched the simple question of best time to post a video.
Right.
You'll go insane. There are 75 different search results with different answers. Tuesday, Wednesday. Why Wednesday? It's a bore. People are bored. Sunday, same reason. They're bored.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've seen, they say that around 6 p.m. is the best time to post a new video.
Huh.
my analytics says that on the dashboard. It does say, and it's got shades of what is that, purple? And then you look at it, you press 6 p.m. Sunday is when most of your viewers are on or watching. They call it. Let's see if I can bring that up right quick.
I don't run it like that much of a business. Stops being fun. I want it to be fun for me. Everybody's in it for some different reason.
But I got that information and a lot of other, more than I ever needed to know, from Pusa Studios when he used to do Tech Tuesdays.
Oh, that was his deal with Pusa, was grow your channel, and there's no shortage of YouTube channels that's all they do is give you advice.
Now he only does that if you're a member of his channel now.
Oh, really? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen or gotten any notifications from him for quite a while. No,
you got to be a paid member of his channel to get that Tech Tuesday information. Yeah.
Oh.
I see history.
I hope it's where look, they're nice. They're nice people. I hope it's working out for them.
And they put a lot of work into it. They really do.
They do.
But he showed me this one thing that remember, I don't know how long ago it was. We were talking about thumbnails on your videos. Remember this, Mitch? We talked about if your head is tilted 37 degrees to the left and whether you're smiling or not. That's all part of the automatic AI algorithm, artificial intelligence algorithm.
How does the algorithm feel about monkeys?
I don't know. I've not checked.
Because I have a monkey on all of my thumbnails.
Is Spank smiling?
As close to smiling as a monkey can be, I guess.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I use a lot of photos there's a picture of me with my red 400 AGL hat on. And most of the time it'll be smiling, but if it's something that really makes me go, I do different expressions. I go.
It truly analyzes everything. Everything.
But I think I found my template, and when I do my live streams, I'm starting to use that for my live streams. I'm starting to do like usually day of the I do my live stream. I'll say a little blurb about this is what we're talking about tonight, and it'll have a short title like what, more stimulus money?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
I saw that. I never know what I'm going to talk about, so I can't do that. We just take it as it comes,
That's the beauty of it.
Because that's what happens anyway. No matter what you plan, if you have a panel, no matter what you plan, it all goes to hell anyway.
That can be great, though. I mean, we don't always have 2 hours of stuff to talk about. But when the guys come in and say, "What about this smart controller?" and "Where are we going with this Crystal Sky or the DJI?" What you use, Mitch? That DJI digital transmitter.
The DJI FPV, yeah.
Is that what they're calling it? DJI FPV?
DJI FPV, yeah.
I'm still wondering when they're going to try and make money off the damn drones. I mean, that's where they started from with that F550 back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, they would not have a captive audience with the FPV crowd because people don't want to buy just like a standard thing. It's like playing to the custom car crowd. You can sell them pieces, but you can't sell them the whole car. And there's so many different kinds of controllers. And in fact, with the DJI FPV system, they have a controller that looks like the Phantom controller.
Right.
And each of the air systems that goes in the quad actually has a radio receiver in it. So if you have the DJI transmitter, you don't have to put a receiver in your quad because the DJI system handles that aspect of it too.
Right.
And it saves you buying a receiver, and it saves you another step in the installation of wire and of soldering things to the controller board. But yet, I think I heard about 70 or 80% of people who are flying the DJI FPV system opted not to use DJI's controller and just use their Tyrannus or their Jumper or Crossfire or the receivers that they've always, and I did too.
If you already got it,
and that shows you that the crowd is not interested in a pat solution for everything. You know
who's got a
like
nice
it for
system?
the video feed.
Have you ever checked out the Here HERE, the Here system by Pro?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah, for the Arju Pilot for the Pixar.
Right.
It's expensive though. It's you're still $800-900 for that thing.
I thought it was around $7, but still, you're right. But it's for open source and for what you guys are building, it's very transformable. It's good for every one of them.
Yeah, it reminds me of DJI, of a DJI transmitter.
It's very professional.
It's got the big Android screen in it, and the antennas and the sticks. I'm just for the little bit of Arju Pilot that I'm doing. I'm just going to use my regular radio.
Why not? That goes back to what we were saying. If you have it, I want to use it.
Yeah.
I don't want to put it on the shelf and have to buy another one. What for?
Well, to have pretty soon you start to have 15 different controllers, one for every different craft you have. It
Right.
much nicer art like the Tyrannus that you have. You can program 50 different models in that thing, and you only need to take one radio with you when you go fly.
How are you doing? I hear your state won't open now. Is it that bad? I don't know. I've checked out the COVID virus crap. We've only had 500 new cases in Florida. The news is always going to make more of it than needs to be.
Yep.
Well, they're trying. It's politics again. We all know that it's all political, and it's going to keep going on. And we were talking about, it's going to get worse. Fact of the matter is, most of the new cases are young people who aren't showing symptoms, and the hospitalizations aren't going up, and the death rate isn't going up. Just the number of cases, because they're encouraging young people to actually get testing. So they're starting to get tested in droves.
That's right.
And of course, some of them are going to test positive, or they're going to test positive for the immunity, saying that they've had it. But that doesn't mean it's any more dangerous out there.
Right.
And the young people now are the ones that are socializing. They're the ones that are crowding into bars. They're the ones that are, and of course, it's going to spread among the young people. The danger, unfortunately, is if they take it home to grandpa.
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
But they're young people. They're not supposed to think,
I just donated blood the other day, and in about 2 weeks, I'll find out if I had the Rona earlier this year.
That is a great way to find out if you have an underlying illness that you don't know about, is by giving blood. Because ever since the 1990, they test that blood for everything under the sun.
Yeah, especially HIV, HIV.
Well, in the 80s, people who got blood transfusions were getting AIDS.
Yeah.
AIDS and hepatitis.
Hepatitis was spread.
Yep. And now when you go to donate blood, you got to fill out, go through this questionnaire, and the last year, have you been to Europe between 1980 and 85?
Right.
Have you been in the military? Have you been?
When I had my colonoscopy, for God's sakes, they asked me if I've ever had a blood transfusion.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going in a closed system, boys.
Hey, Bill's here, Coast to Coast. Welcome.
Hi, Bill. How you doing?
Tom, welcome. And then I saw Eat More Possum.
Yeah.
New. welcome to the show. And
I don't know Tom. Okie Tom. Who was that?
Okie Tom. Oh, he's been on Lloyd's show. He's been to Lloyd's show a few. I think he used to be Dalton Drone Zone or something. I think this is the guy that got rid of all his drones and he's changed his channel. Yeah.
Man, there's a guy that stopped. He's got like 121,000 subscribers, but he stopped doing the RC hobby he used to do the trucks and the boats, stuff like that.
Right.
Dan knows his name and showed me his channel. The guy hasn't posted in 4 years.
Wow.
Still gets thousands of views.
Yeah. Yep.
Insane.
You know, the one video that I did way back when I started is still my biggest. I get more views on that every month than any other video. It's the one I did about building that GoPro vlogging rig. And that video, every month I look, it's still my top viewed video.
Well,
top for me is only 5,000 views. But that video that got 5,000 views was perhaps one of my worst. It was just me following around drift cars.
Yeah, that keeps coming up. That still comes up in my recommendations to this day. Your drift car video. Yeah, I've got
no editing, no professionalism at all to it, Mitch.
I've got like 27,000 views on this one little video.
Wow.
Already.
Number
you have one on your GoPro setup, right?
Yeah, the GoPro vlogging rig. Yeah.
Okay.
And I did two of them. I did one when I did the new GoPro vlogging rig, but that one's only got 3,000 or 4,000 views. The old one, the obsolete one, still gets more views than anything. And I mean, my whole channel has about 70,000 views total. Okay.
Wow.
And of those 70,000 views, 27,000 of them are this one stupid little video. It's crazy.
Bill says it's Flying Ryan. I think that's who it is, Bill.
Okay. I've seen him on at Ken's show. I see him a lot there. Yeah.
There's a pilot.
Is Robo Pilot on Ice.
What? Big 69.
Big B69. Yeah.
Oh, he stopped by my stream. He stopped by my show on Thursday.
Robbie
Big B69. Yeah.
Robbie RC Belgium is here.
Yep.
Wow.
Steve Mack. Oh yeah, and there's a link to my Deplorables 2020 T-shirt. And also, if you want to make throw a few bucks in, there's a link to my tip jar that will come up shortly. Steve will
he put it up. He
brought that up, and to my Teespring, where I have my ArtCo drone T-shirts and other wares on there. I've got mugs and other things on there.
Ten Toes says most of his views are on a silly little video he made with a $30 action camera. There's no rhyme or reason to it, boys. Yep. You could make the best edited 4K splendid color video in the world and 100 people will watch it. But put the word crash in it and you'll get another 1,000.
Or put a bikini in the thumbnail. That's all you got to do. Put a bikini on the thumbnail. It has nothing whatsoever to do with the content. It doesn't matter. You'll get 100,000 views.
Yep. Well, I did one from my fishing channel where the cute girl helps me land carp, and that got a lot of views. But my number one fishing video is catching carp at Lake Arbor, and that's getting near 500 views there, because that lake is really popular and it's really close to my house, and I caught, so far this year I've only caught two carp out of there. But I try to go to,
you can
go places that don't.
You can make clickbaity titles for these things,
and
people will click them. people click on them if you make clickbaity titles. But I don't like to do that. I'm embarrassed to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes you look bad because
Another
now
thing,
they know you're making clickbait titles. They're not going to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, titles like, "Is this camera the new GoPro killer?"
Right.
Yeah.
You know, is this new product the old product killer? You see that a lot.
Yeah.
And then you watch a 20-minute video, and at the end, the guy says, "No, it's not."
Old man in a bikini. Yeah, that's a good one, Bill. Yep.
Yeah.
Old man in a bikini. Yeah, not me. That'd scare him away. Can you get negative views?
Actually, you can get negative subscribers. There's an other.
Yeah.
There's an other section now in the subscriber count in your analytics. They say it's channels that have stopped activity.
Oh, okay.
There's a setting, because I know you have separate channels, Art.
Yeah.
There's a setting that if your channel, let's say after 12 months, hasn't had any activity, they'll shut the channel down.
Oh, okay.
You can actually change that period of time in your settings. But Bill did the video on his batteries that were quote unquote melting from the Mavic Air 2.
Right.
And he says that the word melt is doing good.
Okay, cool. Well, guys, it is about that time. We are ready to do.
Oh, here we go.
What's our trivia?
Trivia!
What's our category?
We're still doing rock and roll today.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Scotty Kilmer's a good one. He's got 100,000 easy, doesn't he?
Okay.
With his car videos?
Oh, Scotty Kilmer. Yep, I watch him a lot too. Learned a lot of stuff. Okay, getting back to Tavi trivia.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Get your Google ready.
Okay. Name this song that was a #1 hit, and the song was 8 minutes long.
Wow. I know Money. Dark Side of the Moon was the whole side of the album. It was longer than 8 minutes.
But it wasn't a #1 hit, though.
No. You know what? Van Halen only had one number. Never mind. We'll have to make that a trivia question one day.
No, it's not Tom Petty. No, it's not. Stairway to Heaven, 8 minutes.
Hey Jude had an 8-minute opening.
Yeah.
Or was that an ending? No.
No, it's not. Bohemian Rhapsody. You're getting close. But not Hotel California. I think that was not that long.
Bohemian Rhapsody is close, though? Is it the same group?
I mean, it's a long song, but I don't think it's 8 minutes long. This song was the longest song to reach #1. 8 minutes long. Keep going, guys. Come on, Bill. Put your thinking cap on.
That's
Use
gotta
the
be.
Google.
Yeah.
Use the Google. And you'll be surprised the name of the song.
8-minute song that hit #1 in the USA.
Yep. Mike B wins. It is American Pie by Don McLean.
Oh my God, I hated that. He drove his Chevy to the levee.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the levee was dry.
And those good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, boom.
This will be the day that I die.
You know,
This will be
wandered
the
into a
day
karaoke
that
bar.
I die. Or
I
how about,
equally hated the one with
this will be
the horse
day
with no
that I
name.
die. Did that work?
No.
Okay, I'll have to. Okay, let's
Try it again.
All right, I gotta change my presets to broadcast. This'll be the day that I die. No, it still didn't work.
No, it
Yeah.
still sounds the same.
Okay. Well, we won't mess with that. I probably have to bump out and bump back.
What did we say before? I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Longer one at 9 minutes and 38 seconds is All Around the World. I don't know that song, All Around the World. 9 minutes, 38 seconds.
Okay, Mike B. Yeah, give me your address. Are you Mike Brooks? I think I have your address, and anyway.
Drone Ranger? Mike B. Drone Ranger?
Yeah.
He won it? Okay.
Yep. Mike B. Drone Ranger is the winner.
Oh, Oasis did it in 1988?
Oh,
1998.
Yeah,
98.
American Pie was 1972. Hit number 1 for 4 weeks in 1972. Also topped the charts in Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. And in the UK, it only reached number 2, where it stayed for 3 weeks.
What was the name of that song again? Oh, American Pie.
Yeah.
American Pie. Hey, Art, where is everybody tonight? You usually got a half a dozen people show up in the panel here.
Yeah. Well,
they're all in the chat.
Ron is in, he's out of state. He's on his motorcycle. And Mike Roach is probably still looking for his drone they lost in the Adirondacks.
I didn't hear about that. What happened?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I think he's the one that lost his drone in the Adirondacks.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's going to be harder than hell to find.
Yeah. Well, not really. If you look at your log, go back to your.
There's a lot of tree cover though, man. There's some tall.
Well, it'll show you where your drone went, and I think it'll give you your GPS coordinates where it landed.
He could even put it on air data, and it would replay the flight too.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Even though he lost it, he could still do that.
All right, Art, I'm going to back out again because my hand is getting awfully tired holding this cell phone here.
Yeah. Yeah, we know why.
If you're still at it in a little while, I'll pop back on, or if not, I'll see you tomorrow night.
All right.
All right. I'll be watching. I'm just going to spectate for a while.
Okay.
See you, Jim. See you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Robbie RC, Belgium.
Yep. Yeah, he's on my one of my Facebook buddies. He's married to a Filipina.
Mm-hmm. Drone Day says that's where I am.
Name the moment. Oh, okay.
What happens is it gets high in the tree. Oh, that's Rick Albert's saying it's high in the tree.
Okay. Here's what you do: is you take your Phantom 3 or your Phantom 4 and you
that's not such a bad idea because if you have a weight with a hook,
that's what I was going to do. And Dan told me, no, that thing is so light you could take your Phantom over there and blow it off through. Yeah,
but you didn't see that overhang. That was your only problem with that overhang.
Yep. Well, I was being real careful, and I think what happened was I got close to that wall.
Yeah.
And I got sucked right into it. And yeah.
Otherwise, I actually think that would have worked because that's a foam, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And quadcopter, Idaho quadcopter sent
Marcus.
me another one.
Oh, that's cool, Marcus.
So I've got a Parrot swing that I got to do a review on, but I'm not going to do it in the backyard. I'm going to find a great big field to test that out in.
Let me ask you a question. Does that have a single motor in the middle of it? Because it's kind of like an X.
The tips of the wing.
Okay.
It's like an X frame. And you get turn it and it'll fly like a plane.
Hugh had one of those. Asgard Studios?
Yep.
I don't know where he's been lately. Where's Hugh been?
He's usually over at Roger's channel over on the Canadian Drone Hub. That's where I see him a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't come over south of the border and come to our channel.
He used to.
Yep. He
kind of backed out for a while there.
And I don't see him on Facebook at all anymore.
Right.
A lot of those guys, I think it's because, with this whole stuff going on, I think people just got sick with Facebook and I ticked off a bunch of snowflake comedian friends of mine the other day, but we'll talk about that tomorrow on Art's Place. That's my other channel, Jim.
The one I was looking at 2 days ago.
Yeah.
When I called Art and I said, "Hey, aren't you supposed to be on?" That was Messenger.
I'm on Saturdays.
A tethered. When you lose your drone, it should be sent up a tethered balloon so you can find it.
And there you go. Yep. Yeah, but how would you inflate that balloon? You'd have to have a canister.
Oh, you mean like helium?
Yeah, and that'd be heavier than the drone itself. Yeah. Hey, speaking of snowflakes, we got Gary Brant Ariels is here. Yeah.
What is that 10 Toes put up? How not to rescue your drone. I hope, is that your video, Art? No.
No, that's a drone.
No.
I probably should do that one. Yeah. Yeah, I should have stuck with my first idea. It was a treble hook with the weight on it. I could have just gone over there, snagged it, and
Exactly. That's what I was thinking of.
No, I listened to someone else and I go, that sounds pretty reasonable.
But it did sound reasonable, though.
Yeah.
The only thing was when you were coming down, you couldn't see that ledge until the last second.
Yeah. I was coming down real gentle. And I don't think well, you know what? And that drone, it does have down-facing sensors. It was the Advance. So how come I didn't get a warning from that? But I don't think it has side sensors, though.
No. That was a P3, right?
Yeah, the P3 Advance.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
Yeah, it has the down sensors. That's it. Yeah. 10 Toes. That's another good point. You need a way to cut loose the hook in case you get caught. Yep.
I mean, not that this is going to happen often, but if you had two magnets, right, with a string on each one.
There you go.
And a hook on the bottom, obviously bigger than a fishing hook.
Yeah.
Some kind of boating supply place would have. I don't know, Because you were under a time constraint here. Remember that the guy who owned the house was sitting there in a chair watching all this go on.
Yep.
The son of a...
Yeah, I know. And
he didn't even get up until you went over there, right?
Yep. Yeah, I waved at them and I motioned that I was going to come over. Went over there. They didn't answer the door. And I went back there the next day. They didn't answer. I left a message. No phone call, nothing. I got a hold of the police. They went over there. No answer there.
The funny thing is, you have him on video watching this going on.
Yep.
It's
And,
not like he can squirm out of it.
Then later I found out the guy is a sex offender, but he's not registered at that address. That's probably why he never came to the door. Because here in Colorado,
everywhere,
yeah, just about everywhere, if you move, you gotta let. Hey, I'm over here now, you know. Because
you're supposed to let your neighbors know and register with the police, right?
Yep. So what I did is I went over there and I got the license plate from his car, and well, I have a friend that's works at another police department, and I said, "Hey, bud, could you?" And I told him the story, and he thought that was pretty crappy. And I said, "Well, here's the guy's license plate number," and he ran it through, and he goes, Art, this guy's a sex offender. He's not registered that address." And I thought about going to small claims court, and then, Mitch kind of talked me out of it. Wouldn't do anything because, the guy's not going to show up for the court thing. And then I'm out of more money. I'll never.
Well, you could have done that by yourself. You don't need a lawyer for that.
Oh, yeah, I know, but there's fees involved in that.
Yeah.
File fees and stuff. And then I have to take a day off to go. And, oh, boy.
Well, the first drone wasn't worth that much, but the second one, that was a P3 Pro, wasn't it?
Advance, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that was worth it.
Yep.
Because that's pretty much by the time they got to the P3 Advanced, that was pretty much the same as the Phantom 4.
Yeah. Well, actually, the Pro was more like the Phantom 4 because it had the 4K camera. I thought the Advance had the 4K camera, but it's got the 2.7K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's okay. It's the standard. And then there's another one that's like the standard with the 4K camera. And then there's the Advance. And it just has more sensors on. And then you have the Pro, which has the 4K camera and the downward sensors and the outward sensors.
And it was a Wi-Fi drone.
Yeah. Yeah, it was what's called Light Bridge, where the Advance and the Pro were Light Bridge.
Did they had Light Bridge on those, on the P3s?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The standard didn't. It was a Wi-Fi drone.
All right. The View Chaser saying they called it the Phantom 3 4K.
Yeah, that's right. That was the upgraded standard. And it didn't have the sensors that the Advance or the Pro had. Yep. So what I may do is if I get my stimulus check, I might go and find another broken P3 Pro this time and then just fix it up because I got the controller. So I could use that. It'll be cheaper, and I could, if it needs a new camera, just go get the camera. Those are not too hard to fix up.
Will that controller, being the Advanced, will that bind with a Phantom 4? I mean, it's just the Go 4 app.
Phantom 4, I think, it's a different controller.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It looks similar, but it's different. And there are different controllers for the Phantom 4. There was the Phantom 4 that had its own viewer. Instead of putting a phone on there or a tablet, it had its own tablet.
That was the Plus
controller.
Yeah, the Plus.
Yeah.
The regular Phantom 4 didn't have that.
Yeah. Because James Tanner over at My PI Dream, he flies the Phantom 4, and he's got the one with the the built-in monitor. And he had an issue with it because it wouldn't charge up because there was a bad solder joint on it. So because he's got a home here in the States, last time he was here, he just went and got another controller and brought it back to the Philippines and bound it with that one, and he's good to go. Check out his videos, his drone videos. They're phenomenal.
What's his name again?
His name is James Tanner, and his channel is My PI Dream.
Okay.
And it started off as a channel where he was building a home in the Philippines. So and it was a daily vlog where every day he would rent an apartment, and then he would go down to where his house was being built in this gated subdivision.
Right.
And you got to meet a lot of really neat people because he'll walk down the road all the way to the subdivision, and you're watching the house being built, and it's really interesting to see how they build homes in the Philippines there.
Is it that much different?
Well, they don't use wood.
Okay. What do they use?
They use what's called concrete hollow block or cinder block. And what they do is he put a basement in his home where he would park his car under the house.
Right.
And he had a little
the house
ramp that went down, and you just turn to the right into the garage. And if you check out his house, you're like, wow, that is a nice house, because his lot is 800 square meters.
Wow.
And in the Philippines, you could buy what's called a farm lot, where your house can't be 25% larger than
the size of the lot. It can't equal 25% of it. It has to be smaller than 25%.
Yep. And then you could, and he's got a ton of fruit trees, and he's got a raised bed garden that he's growing vegetables in. And
now, how much would a farm lot cost you?
Oh, boy.
I mean, compared to American dollars, I'm wondering.
Well,
because a lot of people like yourself want to go over to the Philippines to live.
He bought his lot back in, I think, 2010, so he got it, when it was pretty cheap, and still a fairly good buy if you go get a lot now. But yeah, like Robbie RC in Belgium, he's married to a Filipina, and he knows all about this. And James Tanner, I think his channel is, every time I watch one of his new videos, I go, wow, his channel's that much bigger now, because now he's up over 32,000 subscribers. And I think the last time I checked, it was 32.4K subscribers. And when I started watching him, he was only a couple thousand subscribers, and just grew and grew. And
I was just asking because I remember last year you said that you wanted to move over there in February.
Yep. I still want to move over. As a matter of fact, next month I'm probably going to get my plane ticket to go there next February for a couple weeks. Go meet my girlfriend.
So obviously you stay out of the highly populated area like Manila or something like that, and you go
yes
to the outskirts, right?
Yeah,
The suburbs.
Where James built his house is the name is Lipa City, which is if you look at the map of Luzon, you find Lake Taal, and there's the volcano there. He's almost directly east of that. And he picked a spot where the elevation is high enough to where it's not so hot and not so susceptible to flooding.
The slides and yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I get really cheap land down by the ocean, but it's going to be hotter than shit down there.
Yeah.
Then you got to worry about hurricanes and the storm surges, and that makes me nervous because my girlfriend lives near the ocean. But here's the deal: her place, she lives on the north side of Mindanao. So when the hurricanes or typhoons come in, they come in from the east, kind of like Florida.
Right.
And they travel up the Philippines, and she's on the other side of the island. So yeah, they'll get a lot of rain, but they don't get the huge storm.
The brunt of it, yeah.
Yeah, the brunt of it. And that's why James picked his location, because he's in like a valley area where you got mountains on the east and the west side of him that kind of protect. My PI Dream. That's right, Robbie. That's the channel.
Hey, Bill, Metro Drones.
Yes, Bill, welcome to the show. And so, yeah, check out his channel. He'll do some drone flights around his house. I think the last one he did is he wanted to show the subdivision, because there are some lots that are still available if you want to buy a lot there. And
well, you used to be able to get a lot here in Florida.
Yeah.
In this nowhere town.
Yeah.
For $1,000.
Yeah.
Now, this corner lot on the side of me just sold for $27,000.
Yep.
No rhyme or reason to it. There's no industry here. This is merely a suburb to live at while you go and work in Harris or Northrop Grumman and Melbourne.
Right.
There's certainly nothing, no attraction to this town, other than it's got land to build.
Yep, that's true. Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of expats from all over the world that are moving to the Philippines because, the climate is good, and it's a pretty stable government. And now with the current administration, the Duterte administration, they've cleaned up a lot of crime there, where used to be pretty bad. And Duterte used to be the mayor of Davao City, which is like one of the big cities on Mindanao. And it was called the Detroit of the Philippines, where they had huge crime, murder rates there. He took over and he turned that town around, kind of like Rudy Giuliani. Cleaned it up, got rid of the corruption and the drug kingpins, and he really cleaned up that area. And then he became a president of the Philippines, and he's done the same there. And he basically gave the corrupt cops two choices: resign or join the police force in Mindanao and help out with the extremists down there, because there's a large Muslim population on Mindanao. So that's another thing I gotta watch out for when I'm down there, because they
want to do that Sharia law, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard they were trying to start that crap in England.
There's an autonomous zone there where, it's Sharia law there, and
Jesus,
foreigners got to be very careful. You know, they like late last year there was a British man and his Filipino wife. They were kidnapped by extremists because this guy was wealthy and owned several businesses and a resort, and it was his own people that kidnapped him. It was an inside job, but they were finally rescued by the national police. They're okay, and so probably the people responsible for this are either captured or killed, where they don't screw around down there, you know.
Right.
Not
30
like
years on death row.
Yeah.
Say hello to John Smizzo.
Hey, John. Welcome to the show. And don't forget my tip jar. If you like my program, throw a few bucks in the tip jar.
So wait a minute. We completely forgot you were going to show your video.
The what video?
Your FPV video you were going to show.
What? I was?
Yeah, you said you made a FPV
did.
for the show.
Okay, let me go pull that up.
Because we have to see your progression now. We've seen the first video where you were doing the ceiling.
I didn't video today. No, this is when I first got my Tiny Hawk, the first time I flew it. So let's see if I could find it. Go to
the last one I saw was, I'll just talk while you're finding it.
Philly Fishing is on right now. He's got 85 people watching.
They're already shooting off fireworks here for the 4th of July.
Yeah, I hear that. Okay.
Mike says, I just reached into your tip jar and grabbed the tips out of it.
Okay. It's called Gimp Flies His Tiny Hawk 2. Okay, let me stop it, and then I'm going to share it. Share the screen. And then we'll go to applications, and where? No,
I don't see the screen.
Okay, there we go. And
there. Okay.
All right, let me play it and enjoy. And you can't hear the video or the audio on it.
Right.
So here I am, and I'm showing off my little Tiny Hawk there, and
which they just, I don't know. Mitch says this thing is great to learn with, where other guys say it's actually harder than flying FPV. Is Ed still? Love my drones.
Ed's still in the chat.
I don't know. Ed, give your opinion on
that. You can't. Now, I hate this when it adds in 3, 2, 1. You gotta be kidding. This is just noise.
They put commercials in your channel?
Yeah. I'm not getting any of that. Okay, there I am. Now, you gotta be kidding. Another one. Am I that popular that?
Well, that's not supposed to happen.
There we go. All right, now I got the controller, and I'm getting ready. Okay, So let's scroll through and speed it up a little bit. And
I love that little feature in Power Director where I can take a clip, a portion of the video, speed it up.
all right, there you go. I got the goggles on, and now I'm about ready to fire the little bad boy up. I gotta turn the throttle down. And flip the arm switch. There we go. Now it's armed. And now I'm going to. Oh, there it goes. It's going up. Up. Now it's on.
I think is this the one where it gets in between your legs?
Yeah.
There
it goes. Oh, hit the TV.
Now, you had reduced your throttle on this one, right?
Yes, that's right. The sensitivity on it. And that helped out. Now I just gotta keep practicing. So tomorrow in the morning I'm gonna I'm flying it a lot better in this video than I did today. And now it got stuck to the couch. Okay, I disarmed it. Now I can take off from the couch. So watch. There it goes. And then it's behind me. And in the kitchen. Oh yeah, there you go. Now you can see it on the floor.
Yeah.
It likes to be back in that corner. Hey, let's go where all the bags are. There we go. Up. And then it crashes right over there by my crutches.
Right. You can see it back there.
So
now, when you're seeing that, because I know the angle of the camera is actually up a little bit, like a 30 degrees. So you don't really know how low to the floor you are?
No, because and here's where I sped it up the video to kind of, okay, now I got to find out where the drone went because it got up and now I'm putting it back down the ground and okay, now I'm back to, and I put different antennas on the goggles.
Oh, you put the patches on?
Yeah. Because originally it just came with one antenna.
Right.
And now
look at that.
Where it went through between my legs. Okay, there we go.
It still landed okay.
Then
now if that's upside down, do you have that switch where you can flip it?
I tried that. I don't know. I don't think it works on a little tiny whoop like that. Okay, and I switched batteries.
Mitch says it's about a 15-degree angle, camera angle.
There we go. Up. Oh, there we go.
You see, this is what I'm afraid my experience would be, Art. I'd be spending the day crashing it.
But you know what? As more you fly, you start. It's kind of like when you're first driving a car, you're really nervous and you're kind of doing the white knuckle driving. You're holding on to the steering wheel really tight.
Yeah.
You're either not doing it enough or you're overcompensating. Well, it's the same with this. You just got to practice, and over time, you'll get that muscle memory going to where flying around will be easier and easier as you get more experience at it.
Big B69 says he's loving his Tiny Hawk.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Now I'm way up there. Oh, I landed on the table. Now I'm bounced around behind me, and it crashed over there.
Now, why is there such a difference in the height? Is that because you're giving it too much power?
Yeah, and I'm just not used to it. And I'm trying, because with the goggles, you're seeing what the drone sees, and you're like, it's kind of like when you're driving, you don't want to hit the curb.
Yeah.
And you kind of get a little nervous about that. And
you can't see the curb either. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. That's good. So.
Big B69 says he flies his outside too.
Yeah. And that's what I'm going to do. But I got to get out to where there aren't any buildings nearby, because I live in an apartment complex. And boy,
do you have a storage place, a storage unit around you? Because that would be good, because you have the single lane where the cars drive through, and it couldn't get away from you because you got the storage units there.
No, we don't have a storage unit. No.
You don't do that that's popular in Florida.
Yeah, we have what's called closets.
I know. But people bring their whole house down here from wherever they come, and these houses are so tiny that they got to go put their crap in a storage unit.
You need a cat to chase that. Yeah, my sister's cat would probably go nuts over it. I tried doing that with the Tello, and he managed to pull one of the props off on the Tello before I got a chance to fly it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, is there something you could put on that RoboMaster that would be able to go get the drone for you? I don't know.
Is because it uses because I'd have to have 2 cell phones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm out of suggestions there. Art, first try to whip around without the goggles to get used to a figure 8 and circles.
Right.
Have you tried that? I haven't tried.
No, I did it with the Easy Fly, and that was kind of hard to do that, because what I'd find is if you don't get that battery just centered right, it's going to pull one side.
Right.
Yeah. So, and I think that's the thing that's wrong with the Tiny Hawk too, is I gotta get the battery just in the right spot, and that's why it looks like I'm overcompensating, because it starts drifting one way and I pull back the other way, and
so that could be the center of gravity of the battery changing things on
it.
Okay. Yep. Drone Day says, when I started with the Beta 65, I was happy if it would last more than 20 seconds in the air.
Yeah. Well, when I had the Nesima X20, and I went through the same thing. It was, I had to practice, and I got to a point where I could fly around my apartment and hardly crash at all. It just took a lot of practice.
Why is this one so much different than that, though?
Well, because the X20 is not an FPV drone. It's just a little toy drone. It's a little bit bigger. No, it's probably close, same size, or a tiny bit bigger than the Tiny Hawk.
Well, when I first started, I was buying the junk out of Walmart.
Yeah.
Like the Air Hogs, and I don't even think they were called Air Hogs at the time. They had a trim switch on them. Well, before I could even get to trim the damn thing, it was already crashed You know, as soon as you started flying, it went and crashed somewhere. I'm like,
Right.
that's some frustrating crap.
My first big drone, well, I don't know if you call it a big drone, but it was the Buds 3.
Yes.
Not the Mini. This didn't have GPS. And boy, that was a pain in the butt to fly. I was crashing that thing, and I got discouraged after that. And then after that, I saved up enough money to get the Phantom 3 Standard. And when I started flying that, I just, oh God, this is so flippin' easy.
Right.
Because it's stabilized and it's got GPS. And I'm like, oh, I love this, man. And
Joe Day says
I just got an FPV camera for the Buds 3. And it's got because on the Buds 3 you have the LED light at the front. Well, you take that lid off, you can take that light out and you plug the camera right in there. And that'll power the camera. All I have to do is drill a little hole for the antenna to stick out, and then I can fly that FPV. I may be able to use my goggles for that.
Yeah, I agree. Tento says the trims were useless. Pop it off the floor, you catch it with the right stick, and it's light. That, yeah, you know, of course I was buying the junk ones, you know, what they, 20, 30 bucks.
Right.
It's just learning the bird. They are the same mostly. It's just learning the bird. That Bugs 3 series, holy cow. It's up to like 6 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bugs?
Yeah, Buds 6 or Buds 8, I think. Yeah.
I know that DJ Soul Force.
Yeah.
Was who I started following years ago. He started out with the Bugs.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he loves those things. And now he's getting into the RC trucks and all that.
Okay. Right.
He did a lot of work with the Bugs series.
Right. Now they've got the Bugs 3 Mini, and that has GPS stabilization.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Mini does?
Yep.
That's pretty good. Robbie says the MJX B3? Yeah, B3 and the SEMA X20. You had the SEMA X20, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got the controller right over here. The drone is still hung up on my Christmas tree. Haven't taken it down.
Yeah, the other thing is Mitch says it's easy to end up on roofs.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I was suggesting like that. Mitch has that one empty park of storage units around him.
Yeah. And I need a visual observer too, just in case it gets away from me. They could say, "Oh, there it is. It's over there."
But you don't have to right now. You don't have to be using the goggles, right? You could use your phone and the controller.
Well, I don't need the phone because my Tyrannus will fly it.
Why don't you try flying it that way? It might be easier when you're looking at it and actually doing the sticks.
Yep.
I mean, just for learning. You know, what do I know? I don't know anything. I'm just talking.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's Tento says that's what he started out with.
Right.
Yeah.
SEMA's got a lot of toy quality drones. Some of them are not that bad. Some of them are pretty good. And then you got the Hubsons. They're kind of the next grade up, and they have their Xeno, and then do they make the Femi, or is that another brand?
No, the Femi X8 is another brand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hear a lot about that. And then there was some other brands that were like a clone of the Phantom 3 or the Phantom 4. They were, can't remember the names, but
see, Jody says he rips around without the goggles outside,
right.
just to get the practice, just to start out.
Right.
Line of sight helps when you're learning the throttle management. Maybe you should try that, Art.
Yeah, I just might do that. Yeah.
Well, without the goggles, I think maybe you're making it a little harder on yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and plus I want to get used to flying with the goggles too.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder whatever happened to that company, Snaptane.
Oh yeah.
I've had emails for them. Did I want to review their products and stuff?
Right.
Of course, I said no because I don't know anything about those little guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't hear much about that company at all, period.
Yeah. And then there's Sheen that the Big B 69 is talking about, the H8S. I think that's the one that I gave away when I hit 1,000. And
Jody's been flying helicopters a long time. Like those Air Hog ones, I had tried them out. Couldn't do it.
right. Oh, Jody Tiny Hawk S. Yeah, that was the first one of those small drones that they put out. And then they had the S, and then the S1 now, and the S2, and then there's the Easy Fly, which is it's like the Tiny Hawk, but it's got brush motors, and brush motors, and the props go on the top where the Tiny Hawks. Those are pusher props. Because the props go underneath. Joey says I have 11 Air Hogs.
Oh my God, he's addicted. That's the thing. That's the thing with you guys, you FPVers. You don't have just one. Everybody's got like 10 of them.
Well, I've got this guy. Someday I will be flying this one.
Now, from what I'm hearing, that will actually be easier to fly than what you're trying now.
Yeah, and that's what I've been hearing too. And eventually I want to put a GoPro type camera on here and kind of make this into a Cineloop. And I do have the GPS for this. It came with the GPS, so I'm gonna have to get a little like tower thing to put the GPS on this.
That's not expensive at all.
No.
And then you'll be able to have stabilized mode. Right? Then you'll be able to have stabilized mode.
Yep.
Which it'll keep it from flopping and flying all over the damn place.
Well, and plus you have different settings on your controller where you can have stabilize, acro, and so forth. So if you want to do the loopy crap, you have to flip it up to acro and then get really wild with that.
Look at all the different ones that have been named in this chat. It's crazy. The Tiny Hawk S, the SEMA X5C, the Bugs 3.
Yes, that was the Holy Stone 100. Yeah, that was the one I was thinking about. That was another company that you don't hear much about anymore. And Drone Shot says, I used to fly Nitro, what was called Golf. Yes, that was back in back in the day when I used to do the gas-powered airplanes. I used to do the inline where you had the string and you controlled
pull it?
You start it up with your finger.
Okay.
Then you have the string that controls your elevator so that you can go up and down. You're going around in circles.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Glow fuel.
Yep. And now they've got electric motors, and you don't have to worry about all that stuff. You just turn it on and go. Well, now, like what Mel did. He got that P-51. Flew that. Oh, that looks like fun to fly.
That's the one he's just putting together now, right?
Well, no, the one they just put together, that's a different one. That was an old plane that never got put together, that was put out in the market back in the 80s. And he bought it, new in the box, but
never got around to.
Joe, have a pleasant evening. Yeah, the one that he's building now is kind of like I think like a Cessna looking type plane with the high wing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but the thing is, that thing is so old, you don't know how good the wood is anymore. I mean, that wood might be kind of brittle, being 30 plus, or close to 30 years old, 20, yeah.
I forget. Did he say that was that cloth glazed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is Mike Gross. Hey,
yeah.
What's up, bud?
40 size trainer. Yeah, that's okay.
That's the size of the airplane.
Yep.
That he's got. Okay.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 foot, maybe. Yeah, maybe 3 feet. That
RCM trainer, 4-channel, 40 powered. Monaco. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Did you? Okay. I didn't hear you. I was probably talking over you. Sorry.
Yeah.
I remember those string controlled ones.
Yeah. I made what was called a profile airplane, which was a slab of balsa wood. And you painted it. And mine was a P-40 Warhawk or Kitty Hawk. And I flew it once.
And then
I got it going, and I'm going around. I started giving more up elevator, and it's going up. And then it got to where it just went almost straight up and straight down when I came back around. And it went boom, nosed right into the ground. And that engine just split the body in half.
That's a 5-foot Frenchman?
It was called an 049 Cox 049 B. That had the built-in gas tank right behind the engine. And it had the throttle there where when you got going, you tune the throttle. Oh man. And then I bought the 09, which was like, that was a beast. I mean, it was like the next one up. And boy, and I wanted to build something really nice with that, but I never got around to it. And then it got stolen. I think it was my best friend's little brother. I think he swiped it. Yeah.
We have, what's he saying? My first drone was a Mattel Vertibird. Oh, he's kidding. Mitch says that's a 5-foot wingspan. Mike said he had a P-51 Cox gas airplane in 77. Mm-hmm. The thing around here, I know we were talking about it the other day, is the FAA hasn't put out a list this magical list of flying fields where we're going to be able to recreationally fly, but we do have we have an area where on Saturdays, a group of guys who fly traditional RC aircraft, airplanes, and one guy flies helicopters. They meet up at this spot and all that, but I was unwelcomed there.
Oh, because you were the droner and they were the fixed swing. Yeah, they kind of have.
And they didn't like that because the guy with the helicopter, he actually tried to down me because he came at me. And, the P4s, when it senses something, it'll just move on its own.
Yeah.
You know? That pissed them off. But, they were sending me the message.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want you here. So,
yeah.
No big deal.
This is a blood turf, man.
Yeah. I'm not kidding. It's a real thing. The 1973 was a helicopter.
Yeah.
I didn't even have luck with the stupid air hogs, let alone the real.
Oh, you mean those tiny little helicopter thingies?
Yeah.
Oh, my brother-in-law got me one, and his grandson got one, and all I could do is I couldn't get to hover. It would just go hit the ceiling, and that was it.
That's what I'm saying. Because there's a trim switch in the middle.
Yeah.
By the time you even go to hit that trim, it's already crashed.
Yep. Yeah, I couldn't get the, hover around. I mean, I get it up, and it would find a wall or a ceiling, and poof, that was it. And then it broke a blade, and that was it. Yep.
Oh, you're kind of lucky, though, because if that thing was outside, it would have been gone.
Yeah, it probably would. Yep.
I know with my luck it would have been. But then I started my fun with Estes rockets as a kid.
Oh, I dabbled in that for a little while. That was fun. But my big thing with that I didn't like was, okay, you build this rocket, get the engine, and then you stick the thing up in the engine and walk away.
Nothing happens.
And it just drove me nuts. And then once you figure out how to do it, and you go,
used to come like with 20 packs of those little igniters. You had to bend them, stick it up the butt of the rocket engine, and then clip the two wires on, positive and negative, go back to your 6-volt battery. It even had that little key. You remember the little key?
Yep.
Just to make it feel real.
Yep.
And then press your button and hope that the igniter glowed and turned red enough to start the engine.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. One time,
you were building it yourself.
I built a balsa wood glider. I put one of those rocket motors on it. Oh God! It took off and it ripped the wings right off of it. Oh man, that was it, man.
The biggest innovation was when we used to put the parachutes in the nose cone that would pop off.
Yep.
Which sometimes popped off, sometimes it didn't.
Yeah.
But then on a day with a breeze, if the parachute actually worked, that thing would be going 2 miles down the road,
Oh, I wanted to do the multi-stage.
Yeah, the Saturns.
Yep, the Saturns, that's right, yep. And I wanted the one that had the little camera in it, the little film camera in it, where it would take pictures of it taking off from the launch pad. That looked so cool.
I think you got the original one was like you got one picture, right?
Yeah.
The original?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because when the nose cone would pop off, it would activate the camera.
Right.
Well, they actually had one that had like a movie camera in it.
I didn't know that.
A little mirror where the camera was tiny that sat down there, and it would run while you took off, and it showed the progression of the rocket taking off from the ground.
Hey, Tim Jackson. These used to be the 12-volt lantern batteries, they used to call them.
Yep.
Where you could just hook that flashlight top to it and carry it around. That was a lot of power just to glow, make that igniter glow.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's like a diesel engine glow plug. That thing would have to glow that red hot in order to start that. You couldn't start the engine with a match or anything like that. It wasn't hot enough.
Yep.
One kid was always designated to stay at the launch site and keep his eyes on where the damn thing landed.
Yep.
And the recovery kids couldn't have fun. Yeah. I even had a guy because at another area of the same site I'm talking about, they have a Saturday morning club where they still fly the Estes rockets. And I had a guy come and ask me, and we did a search for his rocket.
Right. Yeah. Did you find it?
Yeah, we found it, but, it's a pain in the ass because you know how skinny they are, right?
Yeah.
And, if it goes straight down into the grass, the grass gets pretty tall.
Right.
2-3 feet high or whatever.
Hey, let's see. Fly Natural. That is
Roosevelt,
yeah. Welcome
like
to
your new horse.
Yeah.
And he plays that grand piano too.
Yeah, that's right. Watch my little tiny hawk fly around the legs of that piano, right through the holder that's holding up the lid. Yeah, right.
I think. You know what? I never did ask you. Do you have the green screen behind you?
Yeah.
Because this thing will let me do this.
Yep.
Even though I don't have a green screen, but of course it doesn't come out good.
No, it does. Yep. Yeah, the green screen I got from a fellow YouTuber, Tim Herbert. He's out of Kansas, and last year we met and we went up to Idaho Springs, and that's where we got the video of the water wheel and the waterfall. And he gave me the green screen, and he gave me a 4 terabyte hard drive.
Wow, that was nice.
This machine here. Oh, look! Now your shirt is bricks.
Okay, let me do this. You can. So it comes with that grand piano.
Yep.
As one of the screens. It says a well-lit green screen or blue screen is required.
Yep. I was thinking about, taking that what this JPEG that I have, and I was going to get a picture of Ken Heron and put it up over the mantle.
Oh God. So that's fun. You can add green screens to it. It looks like you can add any picture you want to that. Get one of your fishing pictures and put it up.
Oh, well, I could change it to, let's see. I could change it to this.
Yeah, there you go. Roller coaster.
Or that.
Yeah, that's the brick wall.
Jim, that's narrow gauge train. It's called the Georgetown Loop.
That's a train you go in?
Yep, the train is right up here. It's a narrow gauge train. It's steam engine.
I'm not going in that.
There's none. Now you see my green screen.
The train looks like it's going straight up.
No, it comes around this way and it goes down that way. Well, you can't see my cursor, but now what?
I heard that. What is that? A 3D printed rocket,
Oh, cool.
36 in use, D and E size batteries. Is that what he's talking about?
Oh, okay.
Jody, I'm looking at.
Now, Jim, have you seen the videos to make your own candy rocket engines?
No.
Yeah, it's called candy rocket engines. And what it is you take sugar and some other chemicals and you mix them together and you could shape them any shape you want. And it's like almost like an Estes rocket engine. Look it up on YouTube.
Estes rocket engine. Now, is it actually of any use to anything?
Candy rocket motor. How to make sugar rockets. And what you do is you put the stuff in like a tube,
Right.
like a PVC pipe, or maybe like a toilet paper roll, and you stick it in there, and you just take a fuse and you ignite it.
Jody says goes about 2,500 feet. 10 Toes says potassium nitrate and sugar.
Yep.
Makes it rock candy. You can shoot rockets with it.
Yep.
You ever been on the tram at the Royal Gorge, Art?
Oh, yeah. There's a bridge there that you could walk across the Royal Gorge. There is a tram that's near there. I don't recall going on that, but it's
is it scary as hell?
Well, I mean, it's a wooden bridge, and you're going
over a huge gorge.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the Arkansas River down below. Nope.
How do you ignite that rocket candy? The same way?
Yep, you could use like the Estes rocket igniter, or with just a fuse. You get that cord fuse. You make it and stick it up there and light it with a match, and it'll.
Were those lantern-sized batteries, 10 Toes? Were those the size E's?
Oh yeah,
he's talking D&E engines.
Those were what I used to ignite the glow plug on the gas-powered engine. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you had a special clip that you would clip on the glow plug, and then you turn the prop, depending on which you could just turn it, or there was a spring-loaded thing where you
right
turn it back and then let go, and then go, and do it again, go until it plays. Yep.
But those Estes igniters, yeah, he says, yep, you needed 4 amps for the igniters. I believe it. Because not all of them worked.
Yeah. That was the thing that kind of discouraged me from doing those Estes rockets. But
the beauty of it is that really all you had to pay for was the engine and the igniters.
Yeah.
Because we used to, you got to, let's say your Christmas wrapping paper, just save the inner roll to it.
Yeah.
And you'd have a 4-foot rocket, and then you'd put 2 of them together. I mean, I had friends who used to make some crazy crap.
Yep.
2 or 3 stage rockets.
Yep. Drone Shots gets them in Hobby Lobby.
Still available.
Fireworks fuses. Yeah. Have now grabbed a bunch. Yep.
You know, I gotta ask Mitch. We have a Hobby Lobby. I don't know if it's still open though.
Let's see. It's probably 9:15 there. It's probably not open. They probably closed about an hour ago. You know, it's 6 or 7 o'clock. And I'm left alone. Jim has walked away, leaving me hanging. There he is.
Sorry, I had to get something. The Hobby Lobby, I thought that as a store or as a company that they were going under.
No, they were. You know, they weren't allowed to be open during the COVID-19 because people wanted to go there to get material to make their own masks. So a lot of these jackass governors said, "No, they're Christian based. We can't have them open." They're not open on Sunday.
Estes had a really useful technical section that told you all you needed to know. Well, dude, I'm talking about, Jesus, this would have been the 1970s.
Yeah.
Yeah, early 70s.
Mm-hmm. And my tip jar. There's my tip jar. Thanks, dude, Mac.
Get fabric there too. Oh, for the green screen.
Yep.
You know something? I'll be honest with you. I have a green screen. I bought it in the box. It's the type that hangs down. It's still in the damn box. I've never used it.
Get off your butt and make some.
Oh, I was like, well, what am I going to use it for?
Like your show. When you do your live stream, so we don't have to see that same crap behind you.
Yeah, is that boring?
Yeah, kind of change it up a little bit because when I do my Sunday show, I have the flag behind me. So, get this. Tonight, this is the first show with my new high-speed internet. I just upgraded from 250 down and 12 up. Now I'm at 500 down and 20 up.
I can't even get that. Who's your company?
More. Oh, and Comcast also has 1 gig. You get 1 gig down, I think 25 or...
Yeah, 30. It's not a lot. 25, 30.
Yeah.
When Ken Herron and I had the Spectrum, our company is Spectrum, and they're owned by Comcast.
Right.
And they were giving out this special of what Ken got, the 1 gig, which is like 930 down, maximum of 30 up. But he got a price of like $125 a month. Where if Mitch and I wanted the same thing, it would almost be like $250.
Right.
You guys, are you going to do this all night, Art?
No, I'm going to shut it down at the bottom of the hour.
Oh, okay. I was sitting watching you and just watching and
well,
I'm not going to set up the studio, but
I'm starting to drop off on my numbers. So
yeah, I said I'll go into my office and go in my crappy 10-year-old webcam that's low resolution, no green screen.
It's still better than mine.
No lighting, no nothing. Here I am.
I have to see if I even clean that.
Here you go, Mitch. You need one of these. You need the little lamp on, and get one of these tripods and get a couple of these. Put one on either side. You will be well lit. I've got a like a Well, I'll show it. I've got this lamp right here, and
That
I
looks like it puts out some heat.
lighten off my my green screen so I don't have that annoying. Oop, now I got it.
This is my laptop camera.
Okay.
Oh,
But,
the other one is better, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called HD UVC web. What does UVC mean? Anybody know?
You be crap.
Yeah, it's crap. That's for sure.
Yep.
Let's see if it goes back. Yeah, this is
There
the
we
Brio.
go. Much better.
Got the
Yeah.
chat on my cell phone here.
There you go.
We're multitasking tonight. I want the monkey. Nobody looks at your screen to see. Yeah, Mike B wants the monkey. No monkey here in my office. The monkey's over next door in the other room in the studio, sleeping, resting up for tomorrow night.
There you go. There you
What?
go. I'm going to bring him out for 4th of July. Mitch.
Yeah.
Hey, Art, what is Next Light?
Next slide.
Yeah, Four-Eyed K9 says, I've got a gig internet here at Longmont from Next Light.
Oh, okay. That's probably another provider.
Oh, you don't have them. I
No,
guess.
because Longmont is between Denver and Fort Collins, and it's about a 40-minute drive from here.
Jim, you and I are stuck. We're stuck with Spectrum.
Yeah.
And they're
Or
terrible and
Spectrum.
expensive.
Yeah, I've used that. What I was talking about is when they did that gigabit, that came out with that gigabit, which is about 930, 40 up, and I mean down, and 30 at most up. They had a special if you took it at that time, and Ken Herron took it. It was like $124, but now for us it's like 250.
Yeah, you know what? I've got the same as you. It's like 100 down and 12 or 13 up, and it works fine. It's good enough for the live streams that we do. And if I don't have a house full of kids playing video games all the time, I don't need that much bandwidth.
Yeah.
I originally had when I started out with the 300 down.
Yeah.
And the 20. That was because we had a lot of devices going, and I thought that would give me more bandwidth. But I don't think that's the case. Am I right, Mitch? Do you know?
It's supposed to give you, of course, more bandwidth, but in actuality, they don't. I think in the fine print, it depends on the time of day and how many people on the same trunk lines that you are using, and how many times you got to split it up. If at 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe you get full speed, but mine works pretty routinely. If I do a speed test, anytime, if I do it from my computer, not from a device connected by the Wi-Fi, because when you throw Wi-Fi in the mix, that's going to generally slow it down. But anything is hardwired, like all my computers are hardwired to my router.
Yeah.
I get 115, 120 up, and between 13 and 15, down, and about 13 to 15 up, and that's fast enough. I remember the 14.4K modems. Remember them?
Oh, yeah. Wow, I'm really slow right now.
15.
I just got 127 download, and I'm at 1736 upload.
But are you on Wi-Fi? Is your computer Wi-Fi or hardwired to the router?
This is hardwired in, but since I'm now doing a live stream, I think that's what's pulling down my my numbers. Normally, I'm getting like 440 down.
Well, you need 5K, 5 megs down for like Netflix. 3 to 5 to watch HD movies.
Well,
Wow.
I have 5G wireless on my modem.
You have what, 5G already where you are?
Yep, because I upgraded the modem to handle the new service. I got the 600, And
18-in-1.
And oh, and I also got the modem that has it's also a router too, so I could plug in my Roku and I have another PC out in the other room that's hooked up to that.
When you say the 5G wireless, what are you running? Your cell phone, tablets, or what?
Cell phone.
Cell phone on that, huh?
Yeah.
We don't have that here yet either, do we, Jim?
No.
No.
Where you can't get the, I looked up the Google Fi.
I got that. That's what I use.
That's fiber optic.
No, yeah, but I'm not their wireless. You can get their cell phone service from Google Fi. And it just, yeah, that's what I've been using that for years. That's terrific. It costs $20 a month.
I use Magic Jack.
Magic Jack.
$30 a year.
I had one of those things way back when they first were advertising them on TV, and all I got on the stupid Magic Jacks were junk phone calls for 35 people who were being chased by collection agencies that used to have this number that they gave me. It was terrible.
I like it. You can make your own number, say wherever you are in the United States, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't get any junk mail. I just use that for business.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because I get a lot. The only thing I like about the Samsung phone, it has this button that says suspected spam, which means it'll automatically reject calls if it can't figure out where the call's coming from.
Right.
Best I could figure is it's maybe a switchboard, if it detects a switchboard.
Well, Google, I'll get a phone call and the whole screen will light up red. And it'll say suspected spam caller. Right. And that's because, and that's Google is doing that. They have a database now of these suspected spam numbers, and every incoming call gets checked against that database. And I never answer them. I just delete them, block them. But
next side is fiber optics. Ah, okay. Well, I live in an apartment complex, and I'm pretty sure that we're hooked up to wireless here. Not wireless, but fiber.
Yeah. You think you got fiber? Yeah, yeah. I have no chance at fiber where I am. So
no, none here either. I'm on a power line, which I'm guessing is going to be the same with the cable line. There's only a string of 69 people on my line. When the power goes out, for me, the people across the street still have power.
Oh, okay.
So I am the last one you worry about. When we had our string of 3 back-to-back hurricanes, I was on a generator for a month, 30 days.
Wow.
Well, people across the street had power.
I was sitting listening to you guys talking about learning how to fly FPV, and
right,
what little hair I had left in my head, I was pulling out, listening to the two of you.
Well, I was thinking, should he go without the goggles?
No, let me make it very simple for you.
Okay.
First of all, the 5-inch drone is not easier to fly than a Tiny Hawk.
But he's got the GPS on it.
No, he doesn't.
Well, it's not hooked up right now.
Even when it's hooked up, it's not a GPS drone. It doesn't hold position. It's the only thing you would ever use the GPS for on that drone would be a rescue of the drone if it fail safe. It's not going to affect the way it flies. Yeah. It's not going to sit there and like a camera drone and just sit there. When you fly a 5-inch drone, Art, you're going to be flying it in acro mode.
Yeah.
Anyway. And that's why you don't want to learn on it. By the time you get to that 5-inch drone, you need to be proficient in acro mode, which you'll learn down the road on the Tiny Hawk. But when you first start out, you need to be in stabilized mode, indoors, and split your practice between line of sight, where you can fly it around in circles, maintain your altitude with your throttle. That's what you're practicing, keeping it off the ceiling and off the floor. And then you get cute and start learning how to fly figure eights. And that'll start to get you used to how the drone turns, how much rudder you need versus roll or pitch, and you'll whether you realize it or not, your muscle memory will be learning what stick movements do what to the drone.
Right.
Then you put the goggles on, and you notice this. The only thing that's harder in the goggles, it's easier to steer the drone in the goggles because it's not coming at you. You're always left is always left.
Yeah, you're going with the camera.
Right, but your altitude control.
Yeah,
Harder to tell whether you're going up or coming down or the floor. That's where, and that's all throttle. So what happens is if you practice line of sight, it's harder to steer it, but it's easier to control the altitude. And you'll learn the altitude control flying at line of sight. And then when you're flying with the goggles, that'll help you. And there is no shortcut. Guys think that flying RC, they talk about, well, I'm going to fly RC airplanes. I'm just going to get an RC airplane and fly it. Learning to fly an RC airplane is a time-consuming, destructive, and frustrating thing. Now they have stabilized receivers that self-levelers and all that. But basically, flying an RC airplane line of sight is something that takes the average guy a long time to learn, like roller skating or skiing. You just can't think about it and go do it. And because these camera drones are so easy to fly, you don't really have to learn any flying skills, because when you let go, it just stops. It stays where you put it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not flying. That's just pushing it around the sky. Now, when you start learning smooth camera moves and things like that, then you're beginning to actually fly the drone. But it bears no resemblance to flying an RC airplane or an FPV drone, period.
Well, Mitch, we made it to 2.5 hours.
All right.
I don't want to, keep. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming to the show, and thanks for all the comments in the chat section. Thank you, Mitch, as always, for showing up. And Jim, thank you for coming in. It would have been a very boring show with just me. So
it's tough to do without guests, isn't it?
I appreciate it, but I thought Mitch had showed us one drone that actually did hover in place with that GPS
you're correct.
on it.
You're correct. That's when you put iNav instead of Betaflight.
Right.
Okay.
FPV drone, and that does give you additional features of navigation, return to home and land. But in order to put iNav, you have to have a flight controller that has a barometer. You need a GPS, and you need a compass. And most FPV drones don't have barometers or compasses.
Well, don't those new M8 GPS units come with the IMU barometer compass all in one?
Not the little hobby ones. You have the BN220s, which are just a little GPS, and then the 880 has a compass. But you're thinking of the ones for the Arju pilot.
Yeah, the round ones. Yeah.
Well, come in tomorrow night on the FPV workshop, and we'll talk about it, because Art's getting what we call Yiddish spielches. You ever hear that word, Art?
What?
You're getting spielches.
Schmilkes? Yeah.
Spiel.
Spielkes means ants in your pants. It means you just can't see.
Yeah. Well, because I don't want this to be another 3-hour marathon show.
I pulled up some watch time, God forbid.
Yeah.
I just thought it would be easier for you, Art, with your limited capabilities, to learn with what Mitch had with the GPS on his.
Yeah, but
he's got the 5-inch.
Yeah, that's it, and most of the time they're not putting iNav on 5-inch drones. We're putting the iNav on the bigger 7-inch drones.
Wow.
Yeah. So at any rate,
I will leave you guys with a joke.
Okay.
there are two young ladies that are out walking their dogs in New York City, and one of them spots this cute little cafe. Hey, let's go over there and have lunch. And one of them goes up to the door, and there's a sign that says, "No dogs allowed." And her girlfriend comes up and says, "Well, I guess we can't go here." And she goes, "Hey, just follow my lead." So she puts on sunglasses, goes up to the door. Doorman says, we can't let you in. You have a dog." "Oh, no, this is my seeing-eye dog." She's got a German Shepherd, so lets her right in. Girlfriend goes up there. Doorman says, "Sorry, lady, we can't let you have your dog." And she said, "Well, this is my seeing-eye dog." And he goes, "Seeing-eye dog? That's a Chihuahua." She goes, "What? They gave me a flippin' Chihuahua?" Good night, everybody.
See you, Art. Good night, everybody.
See you all next week. Bye-bye.